these should be done. There's 2 seconds left. 0, there we go. Kitchen timer is going off so it doesn't distract us. What I'm going to do is turn my thermometer back on. And we're going to check real quick because you don't want to overcook these things. You don't want to undercook them either though, unless you're going to put them on a barbecue right away. So we're going to just jab this right in the middle, just like that. We're going to watch the temperature go up. Oh yeah, we're good. We got to get them out of this water. Perfect. 160 right there. Perfect. We're going to 161 to be exact. So that is pretty darn accurate. Thank you, my assistant, Monty. We're going to go like this so you don't burn yourself. And we're going to start getting these guys out of the water. So there we go. We got them all out of there. We're going to start putting them into here. And we're going to stir them around in a minute again, just inside here so they keep cooling real quick. That's ice water. And here we go with the other. This is the big batch. And we know that these are cooked too because the temperature was the same consistency on this stove. And if anything, might have been 1 or 2 degrees cooler. So it should be just ideal with the amount of time. So there you go. We got them all out of there. You can see them just steaming away. Those babies right now, if you wanted to, you could take one and throw it in the frying pan before you cool it. And oh man, I tell you, with the beer, some sauerkraut, oh my goodness.
You know, we keep talking about this beer thing, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen any.
I know. We're going to go grab some right now.
We aren't being really German unless we've got the beer.
You have to have a little beer.
Ah, yes.
Otherwise, it's just not the same.
It's not, and you must have the German beer.
Yeah.
The German beer has the best beer.
Yes. I agree. Get a good Heineken. So anyway, the sausage is ready to go. And so what I will do, I'll stop talking like that now.
It's hard to stop, isn't it?
It is. Is say a Wiedersehen for now, and what I will do, I will come back and I will show you how to make the Polish. All right, so we're going to show you today the smoker. This is the Bradley smoker. It's a very good smoker. I really like them. I even have 2 of them, and I want about 3 or 4 of them because they're really, really good. The only thing I don't like about them is they kick out the puck every 20 minutes, and that's not good when you first start it because you waste a couple of pucks before it gets hot when you first turn on your smoker. So I'm going to show you a little trick for that. But most of all, I just want to show you, this is the Polish that we've stuffed here. So I didn't get any footage of me stuffing it, but it's just like stuffing the bratwurst. The only difference is you're making big, long loops like this. Can you see that, Mont?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. So what we've been doing here in the last hour, I've been actually drying the casings to make sure that they're dry enough to accept the smoke. If they're not dry enough, they won't accept the smoke and you'll get a lot of blotches. And as you can see, they're spaced so they're not touching. And the ones I got in the back, so that's 10 pounds. So you could put 10 pounds easily in one of these Bradleys. And I just got wooden dowels that I made that I hang them on. So I don't use a rack.
Okay.
I hang them from these sticks.
And there's your pucks down below.
There's my pucks. And then right there, Monty, is a temperature. I'm just going to hang this back. Sorry about that.
No worries. And
so I got it set for 130. That was to dry the casings out, just to make sure that they weren't wet. So you can see they're nice and dry to the touch. So now I'm going to actually bump my temperature up to 140. And I see I got 6 hours and 28 minutes left on this. Now when I turn on my smoker, I'm going to turn it on right away. I'm going to show you a little trick here. The Bradley likes to keep kicking the pucks. So what I do is I take my puck and I leave a space in between on the first one. And there's a reason for that. Because what will happen now is when it goes to kick the other puck, this puck will have 40 minutes of burning time. If it only had 20, it actually wouldn't burn up before it was kicked off there by another one.
Okay.
So you want to get the smoke really going. So the first one, give it a space in between. And then that way, for sure, that puck is burnt. Because then by that time, the hot plate is hot enough on the Bradley that it just keeps smoking really good.
Nice.
So instead of wasting these expensive pucks, good trick.
Okay.
So we're going to be back in just a couple of hours because we're going to rotate these right here. We're going to make sure that we take the one from the front here, put it at the back. And then that way it cooks more evenly because at the back is where the actual heater element is. So we're going to close this up so no flies can get in there. There we go. Put my screen on top and we'll be back in a while. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to package the bratwurst. This is the best way. My bratwurst, I don't put any preservative in them, so you can actually, you have to eat them right away. So what I like to do is I like to vacuum seal them so that way they stay really, really fresh. So the bratwurst that we cooked last night, I got them here in the tub. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pair of scissors, and you're going to see now why I tied in between. Because if I wouldn't have, they might have unraveled and they might have become one big sausage. I've seen that happen. So what I'm going to do is just cut the string off right where it comes out of here, and look at how perfect that is. Cut that. Give you a little demo here. So I'm just going to show you just these last few ones that I'm doing. And there you go. So I wait till I usually get 4 in a pack. So just cut right in between, cut that string right off of there. Make sure it's not on there, and you can tell it's not. So that's a good thing. And now all I'm going to do is, because they're still a little bit damp because just took them out of the refrigerator, we're going to actually just take some clean paper towel and just get rid of the extra little bit of moisture that's left on. So I put that there. And I use the Food Saver. I really like it a lot. It's a great machine. But I suggest buying your bags from Costco. I hate to say it. All the other stores seem to rip you off. Costco, you get way more bags, and you get these little bags ready to go as well in the package. So I like to promote smaller businesses, but sometimes when you got to do a lot of food, it's nice to have a little bit of a saving. And can't say enough about these ready-made bags. So with that said, we're just going to put what's going in there. And I know that it's pork bratwurst. You could have beef and veal in there too when you're making it, even with the recipe. That works really good. That's traditional. A lot of people will say it's not traditional unless it has veal in there. I don't like using veal. I have my own reasons for that. But you can use beef for sure. But I just love pork bratwurst so much because it's just the right juiciness and beautiful flavor. All right. Or moose or elk bratwurst. Can't forget that. Or deer. I like the wild stuff. All right, so what I'm going to do is put these in here and just vacuum seal them. Just simple as that. Bags are ready made, and you get a lot more bags and a lot more bang for your buck when you buy the big box from Costco of the Food Saver stuff. So here we go. Pull that away, make sure it's tucked in. Voila, a little bit of moisture coming out. And you can just see those are beautiful white bratwurst. They're nice and cold. And the only way they're better is when they're heated up on a barbecue. So this is a really, really good bratwurst. And they're so much fun to make. And now you understand why I tie in between. So I just thought I'd explain that to you. And I'm just going to finish off these last few bratwurst, and then we're going to show you the rest of the Polish. All right, we're back, and I just wanted to show you the time here. It's a little past 2 hours since we put it in, so we're going to actually rotate the racks right now, because as I mentioned earlier, the Bradley's got the heater in the very back over there, and so what happens is this gets a little hotter. The first one is closer to the wall. So I'm going to take this now, just rotate it like that. Set that in there, make sure it's not touching the walls. And then this side here is going to get a lot more smokier. So this is only 2 hours of smoking. You can see it's starting to get nice and red, and that's what we're looking for. So when I said earlier that the smoke, it won't take the smoke, I didn't actually mean that. But what I meant is it wouldn't take that color, because if the sausage is all sweaty, the smoke won't stick to it to give it this redness. So you're going to see in 2 more hours, this is going to be very, very red sausage, and it's going to be just beautiful. So, but I just wanted to explain that real quick. So it would taste great, but it would be blotchy. It would look like that instead of taking on the smoke. So 2 more hours, this will be red just like the top. So just a little tip I thought I'd give you, and I can't wait. I'm going to close her up. One more thing I'd like to mention is you should have some kind of a screen on the top of your smoker. And I just wanted to get Monty to zoom in here too real quick. I've got the damper wide open right now on my Bradley, and there's a reason for that. I could start closing it now, but if I would have closed it right away, when we first started doing the sausage, we would have had the sausage sweating really, really badly, and then that smoke wouldn't have stuck to it and give it that red look. So that's why it's wide open. A little later on, I can close it up a bit, but I usually just run my damper wide open on my Bradley for this reason. And the screen is actually just to keep the flies out. They won't go in there once the smoke is there, but before it starts to smoke, you definitely need a screen of some kind if you're smoking outside. Ideally, I like to have my smoker in my shed, but I brought it out because I'm doing some spring cleaning out there. So tip that's very valuable. That way you don't get flies going into your smoker before the smoke starts. All right, there's our final product right here. These beautiful Polish. And I've poached them now. So after smoking them for 4 hours, I did the final cook on them by poaching them, just like I did the bratwurst. And there's a reason for that. If you look at them, they're very, very firm. There's no wrinkles in them. They're just really plump and juicy sausage. So by poaching them, I was able to speed up the cooking process by a lot. To smoke this to completion in a smoker would take you a good 6 hours, probably 7. And where I did it in 4.5 hours, less than that, 4 hours, 15 minutes. So that's quite a saving when you're a busy person. And I actually like the looks of the sausage without all the wrinkles in it. But if you want to have wrinkly sausage, all you do is just cook it in the smoker and you'll get that look.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Nobody wants a wrinkly sausage.
Nobody wants a wrinkly sausage. So anyway, I'm just going to package these now and vacuum seal them just like I did the bratwurst, because there's no extra preservative in here either. So you want to eat them up within a week once you open the package.
All right.
So this is it for now, and we'll be back with a few more tips for you.
They look awesome.
Thank you. All right, I just wanted to suggest an idea to you. I just love my Cabela stuffer with the motor, with the foot pedal. It's just awesome. My wife spent a lot of money on it for me. It's great. There's no doubt about it. But when I first started making sausage, I was using a Bosch mixer system that had the meat grinder on it, and KitchenAid has the same kind of deal. You definitely can use them, but I went to this. There's a little jerky cannon, and I just love it. I'll spin the box and show you some of the options. Like, this is why I bought it. You can get all these options for it, and you can actually have a sausage nozzle that is just ideal for pushing sausage through. So what I thought I would do is give you a little demo on that in just a second. But I just love it. It's inexpensive compared to buying a big machine, and it all comes apart so easy. It's easy to clean, and you can actually buy replacement barrels. So I bought this one at Bass Pro. You can get one at Cabela's too that's very similar now. I'm glad they're selling one very similar, because I really, really love shopping at Cabela's. I usually have everything I need, but I like Bass Pro as well. So you can get them at either store. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to demo this. So I'm just going to grab the meat out of the fridge, and I'm going to show you how to load this thing. All right, so I'm going to show you how to stuff this. The reason why I got a bag on my hand is I ran out of my gloves just temporarily. So you can use Ziploc bags. I think they're awesome. They work great for keeping your hands clean. just zip them up around your wrist. And what I'm going to do is, instead of, when I first got this cannon, I used to try to just stuff it in. I found by watching a guy on YouTube, it's not my idea, it's his idea. He makes them into logs and they just drop right down into there. So you make sure that they're going to fit in there. Even better yet if they don't touch the side. But if you touch a little, no big deal. And it drops in there really well. And you can be stuffing sausage in minutes. And these tubes hold up to 1.5 pounds. That's what they're advertised to hold. And that's pretty accurate. So I've got 5 of these barrels that I bought. I had to stock up on them. And so you can do a 5-pound batch easily with 4 barrels, but 5 barrels for sure you got it. So I'm just going to get rid of my glove and get rid of this. Be right back. Now I'm just going to, I got my clean hand. Stuff that on there. And then, just like a caulking gun, is how this thing works, and it works so slick. So I'm just going to get the air out of it first. So I like to have something clean to catch the extra water. So now I feel a bit of tension, so it's tightening up. There's the air, there's the sausage. There's the foam. But when I'm making sausage, I don't even look at that thing till I'm done. Look how slick that is. You can pump out sausage so slick. Well, and if you get a little tear like that, no problem. You just go like this. Make that a shorter one. And I'm just going to pump that back through afterwards. I'm going to put that off to the side. It's good, actually. You get a casing that has a tear, because I can show you what to do. So no big deal. See how we got that nice, beautiful one. This one actually had a couple of tears, but that's okay. This one I'm going to enjoy in a frying pan. You got to have some for the frying pan. So same thing, I'm just going to pinch this just so that till it holds. And because the sausage is very, very sticky, just get that out of my way. Look at those beautiful sausages. And you can do it so quickly with this little machine. It's actually quicker than loading a KitchenAid or a Bosch one. It's just faster, and it does beautiful sausage. So I really, really like that cannon. So if you can find one of them, the reason why I'm using it right now is this is what was left in the bottom of my Cabela's sausage stuffer. So this way here, I got no complaints. I get to use this. Does a beautiful job. There it is. There's the end of it right there. So what I'm going to do is just that little bit that came out, I'm just going to stuff that back through. I just thought I'd give you a quick demo on this. Great machine. If you can find one, pick it up. You won't be sorry. Auf Wiedersehen.